It's another episode of the Gifted TV show, and I have on set with me Uniben most popular.
Samuel Ogbonnaya.
This is Uniben most popular. Like, one of the things that caught my attention when I met him was how he managed to build a thriving online market. So you're looking for an online market where you get buyers and sellers and all of that. We have the owner here with us on the Gifted TV show. He can actually put you through on what you need and how you need to set up everything to work fine and to get people to buy from you. I'm talking about Uniben most popular, most committed, most influential Samuel Ogbonnaya. I hope I did just use that introduction.
Thank you.
Oh my God, like, I'm so excited to have you. You know, one of the things that amazes me or kind of attracts me to people is when I see them doing something that makes people's life easy.
Yeah.
I've seen you do a lot of things. You do a lot of collaboration with brands.
Yeah.
Reach out. Do a lot. You do a lot. Like, I don't know where to start. You do a lot.
Yeah.
When it comes to maybe a brand is launching a product or something, you're always there for them. And I see you're someone that I don't know you too deep, but I know you're someone that always standing for your friends.
Yeah, true.
I see some of your friends that doing one or two things. Was in there. Where is this guy? Where are you?
Yeah.
Like, he's doing a whole lot, and I really appreciate it. But one of the most beautiful things he's currently doing is having one of the biggest online markets where you interact, you can buy, and you can sell. Like, when I brought it here, let's go and explain to us how you are able to do that kind of thing. Like, you have thousands of people there, like thousands of people. I'm not talking about 100 people in a group. Sure. I'm talking about thousands of people. And the way he manages it, you can't just come and say, let me do whatever I want here. No, he has structures and systems in place, with the way he manages everything. So that is why we have ODB here to tell us how he do so much. There's a lot I want to say actually about you, but I don't even know. Tell me in the middle of the interview, I will still throw more light to a lot of things. But then, before we move properly into the interview, who is Samuel Ogbonnaya? OGB.
Thank you so much. I must sincerely appreciate you for having me on today's show.
Okay.
Samuel Ogbonnaya is one man who is committed to changing lives.
Okay.
And to be very more specific and direct, I'm very interested in young people. I'm interested in young people, startups, people that want to do business, people that want to make money in a legitimate way. So I want to help you make money. I want to share ideas with you. I want to teach you how to make money with little or nothing. Okay, so if you want to make money, you want to start up a business, you want to start up a brand, I should be one person you have to talk to when you start something good.
But you didn't talk about your NGO, because I just remembered.
Okay, yes. I started running an NGO because I'm someone I'm very emotional and I care about people a lot. So most of the things I do today started from my act of service, my caregiving acts. You understand? So I'm interested in people. I'm interested in. I love God and I love humanity. So how do I contribute to humanity? I contribute to humanity by doing my normal community service, then reaching out to people, not just in a broader view, but personally. I want to reach out to people personally. I want to be with you one-on-one, you understand? So I started from primary schools, I started from nursery schools. I've been able to teach in adult education, I've taught in secondary schools, and I've seen people's needs, I've seen problems, I've seen challenges, and I have passed through challenges personally, and I want to share their burden with them, and I want to assist them. So far we've been able to run various projects. Some time ago we did a book day, and how did I do that book day? Not like I had so much to donate and all that, but we did something very amazing. I reached out to my friends that had their old school books already. Wow. So you can imagine a mathematics textbook and English textbook. Then I spoke to them, can I get your textbooks? Because I know you would never use that textbook, or you might likely not use that textbook again. But there are some students in primary 4, in primary 3, in primary 5, they need that textbook. Let's gather these textbooks together, these materials together, and hand it over to them. And that was how we did it. From there, we did a shoe day. I had a shoe day. I did a shoe day. So how did I do the shoe? They had like I had my students that I usually teach because I used to run a home lesson and all that. So the boy is from a very rich home and they almost change his shoes every term. You understand? So he had a lot of shoes that he wasn't using. And I spoke to the mother someday and I was like, can I carry these shoes? Almost over 20 pieces of shoes. Then they gave it to me. Voluntarily they gave it to me. And I reached out to the students, I gave it to the primary school students, and some of them never had shoes, never had good shoes. So all of a sudden we had to donate to them, and we've been doing so much. Orphanage reach out, part of the child project, and so many more we can do within our power. You understand? So
wow. I don't know why I'm spoiling this so much. But okay, Ejimi, tell us about why do you support people so much? Because I think that is a major part of you.
Yeah.
I've seen you support businesses in a way that as everything happen. What's going on?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just give two reasons. Okay. I have a lot of reasons, but let me start with one. I believe my success is in the brands I support. You understand? Because I make money by influencing for brands. I make money via ambassadorial deals. So if I'm going to succeed, I must help brands succeed. I must help a business succeed because I'm being paid through that. That's one. Then two, I usually say this even in live shows and in events. Maybe when I'm doing public speaking, I say this: if you know how to spend money, you must know how to make money. Yeah. So I want to teach young people how to make money. I don't want you to stress your parents and wear them out. School fees, you need money for books, you need money for airtime, you need money for that. I mean, you must not always reach out to your parents. You could source out funds for yourself legitimately. And I'm teaching you how to do this with nothing or little. You understand? You mustn't have so much. You mustn't have a capital. You don't have to start with a capital. You can start with leverage sales, good deals. I'm telling you, you're making so much for yourself. And for me, I didn't come from a very privileged home. You understand? So I learned to grow something from nothing. You understand? So I had to go down to my drawing board and think deep within ideas. I had to bet ideas. I wanted to bet ideas and even help young persons bet ideas for themselves. So it's all about, for me, it's all about self-discovery. It's all about self-discovery, truly.
Yeah. Wow, that is beautiful and insightful. You mentioned a couple of things earlier when we were talking. You mentioned about you love helping young people to ensure they don't burden their parents with so much needs. Is that fulfilling for you?
Okay, truly I find satisfaction in helping young people find purpose for themselves. Because we're looking at the foundational part of it, and if there's an area we must treat in the society today, in Nigeria, in our immediate society, is the area of economy. So helping a young person, helping a young child find purpose for himself in the area of business is you building his economy. So if tomorrow we hear someone become another Dangote of tomorrow, just know that there was a foundational part of it. And what we are doing today, let's say you are selling snacks, you are baking, you are doing pastries, you are doing this, you are learning how to maybe make hair. This is the foundation of the future you want to build for yourself. And if you are interested in any man or any woman, you must show so much interest in his economy, because even the Bible says that where a man's wealth is, that's where his heart is. So I'm teaching you how to make wealth for yourself. So I'm actually building your life by building your economy. So we're interested in young people, and we are interested in building the foundational aspect of it, because if we don't get the foundations right, man, you're going to make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, exactly. So I want to ask OGB, why business?
Funny enough, okay, truly, or fortunately for me, I'm a little boy, but something very remarkable. Growing up, I had a mother that was very resilient and so hardworking. My mom could do anything to make money. My father is very legitimate. Yes, my mother sold clothes. She dived into catering. She did this. She did that. She did a lot. She even dived into real estate to make sure we see food on our table. So I had a mom, I had a mentor, I had a coach in my house. And growing up, we didn't always have my dad around because my dad was a marine engineer, so he was not always around. It would be like 7 months off, 2 months on. You understand? So we grew up 4 boys and a girl with my mom. So it was almost business all the time because we needed to feed, and you know how boys eat. Yeah, we eat a lot, and we had personal needs, wants, and want to buy this and buy that. So my mom was always there to help us out, and she was business inclined. She wanted to watch any business go past her. So I think we grew up having that knowledge, or I grew up having that knowledge, and I had those similar traits with my mom, even in terms of giving, in terms of caregiving, and in terms of making money too. So I think the foundation was already there. But until I understood that one of the ways you can only make money for yourself is via selling. And now ventured into business. I said, okay, I want to sell something. You understand? I want to sell value. I want to sell goods and services, and I want to exchange value for value. So that's business for us.
I still want to delay ask you about your online market a little bit.
Okay.
So you mentioned something about having to teach adults and all of that. How did you do that? Like at a very young age, you were able to do adult education. Like did you feel like I'm not supposed to be here? Like these people are adults.
Okay. Let me just throw a little story to the foundation of it.
Okay.
I grew up. Towards the end of my secondary school age, I started teaching, and I'm someone that I don't want to know something and keep it to myself. I don't hoard knowledge. I want to share knowledge. So I started teaching those in primary school, teaching at a very basic age. Then from there, I got a job to teach in a school I was just starting up. The name of the school was Learn Hub or East Learn Hub Boarding Schools. So instead, I was the form teacher of primary 4, basic 4 class. I was the form teacher, and I think I was barely 17. I was just like 17. They had this big body, so they thought I could, and they believed so much in me, and I delivered. So from there, I scaled through to teaching in the jam center. Then from there, I saw a job, a vacancy to work in an adult education, and I reached out and they interviewed me, and I proved myself. And from there, I started working as 17/18. I was already teaching in an adult education comfortably. You understand? I had my timetable, I had my time with my students. And my students, when I say my students, I'm talking about those in 30s, 40s, 50s. A very funny scenario I would love to share. There's a day I visited a church, an Anglican church, an apostolic church or so. So walking into the church, I just saw one of the deaconess run up to me. And while she was running up to me, she was shouting, "Uncle, uncle, uncle, uncle." So you can imagine. So people were like, this old. So I was the uncle because I taught her. I was her teacher as of then. She was around 50s or 60s. So I got a privilege. It was actually a privilege. It's not a right. It wasn't a right. So I had the privilege to teach adults at a very young age. So, and as God may have it, I studied education in University of Benin too.
Yeah,
so everything just sit when I went to just mine and teaching. Yeah.
All right.
That's
so that is beautiful. I know most people must have been waiting for this particular moment where we get to talk about your online market. What actually inspired that?
Okay. Like I said about business. Business is all about use exchanging value for value. So you buy and sell. But I had to ask myself a series of questions, and in my quiet time, I thought about it. What is the biggest challenge of a vendor? What's the biggest challenge of a seller? The biggest challenge of every seller anywhere in the world is getting customers. You understand? Because they are in economies, they are being taught how to produce, what to produce, for whom to produce. But we are not being taught how to get people to buy your products. So you could be a wonderful producer, you could be a wonderful manufacturer, you could have a lot of ideas, stuffs, nice packaging, you understand, very nice stuff to produce, but you will lack the availability, you lack people coming around to buy from you. So when I thought about it, I said, okay, why don't we build a community that will provide first-hand interface between buyers and sellers? So that was how the Miyasa Market Square got launched. So we want to provide a system where business owners could meet prospective customers, you understand, and customers could make application for needs. So you could say on the platform, this is what I need. Can I get this? Who sells this? And the person that sells it, of course, the vendor would actually hit up and say, okay, I do this, I sell this, and you can buy from the person. So in the system, we had a need to see build a trust level. So how to build a trust level so that when I say, okay, buy from this vendor, this vendor is actually legit and you can trust this person, and entrust your money into his hands, because in business that's what we call entrusting money into someone's hands. You understand? So if there is no trust, you can't entrust. So that's how the market square came about. So we want to build first-hand interface between buyers and sellers. So it's very simple.
So how, because I see how structured it is. How did you manage to build up the structure and the system, put everything in place? Nobody's messing up.
Okay. I would say this. Success, I'll use this word. Success is failing from failure to failure with so much enthusiasm. So we've had series of times where we failed, we re-strategize. We fail again, We should re-strategize. We see loopholes, you understand, especially in terms of security, because that's the issue of insecurity is like the biggest challenge any firm, any business owner can ever have. You understand? When we talk about scammers, when we talk about insecurities in business. So we have to build a structure. And if we don't have a structure, we are going to be lawless on the platform. So I have to make laws, I have to make rules, I have to make very strict rules for the participants to abide. And we now have to monetize the platform. So for you to join my platform, you have to pay some amount of money. So you can't pay that amount of money and misbehave. Because the moment you misbehave, we throw you out of the platform and you've lost your money. So we had a bait tie for everybody. You understand? So you must behave yourself. And we have rules, and we have times when you have to post on the platform. So we had to build this structure, not just because we were so strict, but we wanted to build an orderly society, we wanted to build an orderly community. And believe you me, the market square today is not just a market. Today, the market square is a family. We build family among ourselves. We are friends. Some of them even have relationship with each other. You understand? Which could even lead to marriage. You understand? And it's been amazing. It's been amazing. It's a family. It's a family. It's a business family.
So that will be market square couple. Or market square marriage.
You can say that.
Alright, so for every success, I believe that there could be a couple of challenges that must have been faced on the journey, right? So for you, what has been the challenges building the most thriving online market?
Okay, we've had challenges, but for me, I don't just see them as obstacles. I don't just see them as problems. So most times I don't even notice my challenges because I am very optimistic and I'm more focused on attaining success. And I've already streamlined my head that challenges will come up. They are bound to occur. So we should look for better ways to make things happen. You understand? So I don't push in so much energy on my challenges. So there have been so many challenges, and we could talk about factors. We could talk about a lot of factors, maybe due to internet. You understand? It could be internet factor. It could be constrained due to time and distance. There are some business owners. I have business owners in Lagos, and their prospective customers are in Benin. They have a lot of job to do to convince their customers. So that's where I come in. So I now realize that I had to build so much trust for my brand that people had to lean on my brand to sell. So when I tell someone, buy from Miss Florence, she's trusted, she's even my sister, they say, oh, since you've validated this person, I can now buy from the person. So I had to build so much, I had to compile the law of trust for myself. And that took me so many years. I don't have to fail. If I'm doing business with you, I have to keep up to the targets. I have to be very proactive. I have to start building proactive measures to make sure the market system thrives. And I have to be very available. I was always available, and I'm still available. So a wise man said, keep showing up. So I never stopped showing up. So whenever they have challenges, issues, conflicts may arise, they reach out to me, and I have a way of solving those conflicts. And I've got to have it. I started building mentorship on the platform. So I had my mentees on the platform. So I had people that could listen to me, people that were loyal to my instructions, and it became more beautiful, you know.
There is something you didn't mention in your bio about owning a PR company. You help when it comes to visibility. Brands to get visibility, put them on different platforms. Tell us about that.
Like I will always say, advertisement is the fuel that drives every business. So every business needs visibility. Every business owner needs visibility. And I understood this in a very early stage of my business. Now let me just trade one side a little bit. When you look at social media today, the WhatsApp, the Telegram, the Facebook, there are restrictions to visibility. You could have 5,000 followers on Facebook and not up to 1,000 persons sees your post on a daily basis. So let me bust the bubbles a little bit. On WhatsApp too, do you know you could make a post on WhatsApp? The moment I type your name on WhatsApp, I won't see your posts. It's happening on WhatsApp. You understand? And I've shown it to people several times. I could search your name on Facebook, on WhatsApp, and I won't see your post for that day. They are restricting visibility for brands. And what they do that they want you to come back and run ads. You understand? That's the essence of running ads on WhatsApp. Today you can run ads on WhatsApp. You can do ads on channels. WhatsApp channels. You can run ads on Facebook, on Telegram. You understand? Even on Telegram, there is a limited amount of posts you can make daily. But when you attain a premium level on Telegram, you cannot post as much as possible. You understand? So I understood that brands needed advertisement. You can't grow as a brand if you are not into the business of advertisement. It might interest you to know that advertisement is a business on its own.
Yeah.
You understand? So when I understood this, I said, okay, since I had a community, I need to build influence over my community. So even if I have a group of 50 persons that listen to me, it's enough for me. You understand? Even if I have 100 persons and they listen to my instruction, they take orders from me, not like they take orders from me, but they allowed me to have influence over their life and over their decision. So I leverage on that influence, and I start running advertisement for brands, visibility for brands, influencing for brands, and ambassadorial deals. That's as going to have it. I think later this week I'll be closing an ambassadorial deal with the fashion brand. And
I come alive.
yeah. And before now, I've already closed an ambassadorial deal with Gifted TV show. So Gifted TV show is mine. I'm part of Gifted TV show, and I love what they're doing. And I'll keep promoting the Gifted TV show. So publicity is very, very important for every brand out there. You want to grow, you want to grow a business. I usually use this as an example. If as a business owner, you've ever made sales, let's say in a day, 10 persons bought from you or 5 persons bought from you. If 5 persons can buy from your business, believe you me, 50 persons can buy from your business. 1,000 can buy from your business. 1 million. In fact, today, someone sold 100 cakes. Today, someone sold 100 cups of ice cream. Wow. You understand? And all these things are possible because there is a place of advertisement and visibility. There are a lot of persons that are interested in your product and interested in your goods, but they are not seeing it. They have the money to afford what you are selling, but they can't see what you are selling. So we provide visibility. There's a concept I have, we might never have it, no matter what we do. You understand? So I leverage on the influence I have over my community. So when I talk about the community, I don't mean it mustn't be a community that is so large. Because do you know you can have audience, but you don't have influence. Exactly. So there's a place of having audience, there's a place of having influence. So I built my audience, then I started chasing influence. And how do you chase influence? One of the best ways to chase influence is to add value to their lives. So when I tell them, can you patronize this person? They say, okay, yes. Since it's coming from OGB, then I think it is trusted. And that's how we started our PR brand. And today we have OGB influencing for brands and running up ambassadorial deals for brands. You understand?
Wow. Oh my God, this is beautiful. Yeah. Being someone who is quite influential and have some, have people listen to you and all of that, how do you handle leadership?
Okay.
One of the things I believe is that it's quite hard to lead, really adults, people that have the minds of their own. When you're telling a full adult to do this thing, buy this or this, some of them are like, who are you to tell me? Oh, they might have their objections and all of that. So how do you handle the leadership, aspect of that?
Okay, one of the ways I handle leadership is by getting trained myself. So I grew up in a society, I grew up in Abia State, I grew up in Aba specifically, I'm an Aba boy. So I grew up in a place where we are mentored from a very young age. You understand? They started training us at a very young age, and we learned about temperament, we learned about personality traits. So whenever I hit up with someone, I begin to study your personality traits. You understand? I begin to understand the kind of person you are and what could work for you. You understand? And before that, we begin to explore those possible personality traits you have. And before that, we are building up a disposition where you can understand yourself better, because I want to build young persons, or I want to mentor young persons that can understand themselves, discover yourself. I believe so much in self-discovery, because if you can, in fact, I told someone the other day, I said the biggest miracle that's ever happened on earth is the miracle of self-discovery. When Jesus discovered who he was, no man could stop him. Even the devil was unable to stop him. So young people out there, we want to help you discover who you are for yourself. You understand? So when you discover who you are, you don't listen to what someone is saying about you, because when you don't know who you are, for instance, let's say you were created to be a footballer, and someone out there is telling you, oh, you study single, you want to venture into the music field, but you are not seeing yourself there. And if you are not careful enough, if you don't understand that you should be a footballer, you should stick to this field, you'll find yourself going into the music, and when you go over there, you make a failure out of it. Because that's not who you are. You understand? You could be a good singer, but that doesn't make you a musician. That doesn't require you to go into the music field. You understand? So a good understanding of who you are is very, very paramount. So I help young persons on a personal level. You understand? So I'm not doing it holistically. I'm not bringing out people. When I coach people, I don't do it in a crowd. I coach you according to who you are. You understand? So I personalize my coaching series with you. So what I'm going to tell you might not be what I'm going to tell the next person. So I want you to share your challenges. I want you to share your fears with me. And your fears might never be someone else's fears, because there are factors, there are environmental factors, there are intrinsic factors. You understand? So we try to navigate through these things. Both the intrinsic value and the extrinsic value, they will bring out the best in you. You understand? Wow. It's all about self-discovery. You know?
I keep saying this. I actually think I know OGB. Like, you look at me, I don't know him at all. You know, see values are flying. Alright, so one of the questions I used to talk about self-discovery, and I believe that's one of the challenges most young people have, because actually there was a point in I was like, what am I safe? As I do this, like, you just get confused and tired that you don't even know the part that. So when you do your advice, maybe there's a young person listening to us now, the person is really confused, and the person wants to, understand himself or herself so that they can make more better, and valuable decision. What steps will you give to them, when it terms of self-discovery?
Let me start with the first one. The first advice I give every young person out there is to cling into Gifted TV show, because we're going to be sharing a lot of value right on our YouTube channel and every other social media platform. I think we have a Facebook channel too.
Yeah, we have a Facebook channel.
That is one. Then secondly, there's a place of intentionality. We want to have young persons that are intentional about growth, intentional about success, because that's where enthusiasm, that's where we see it. You understand? That's where it drives from. So you must be intentional about growth. Do you want to grow? Do you want to grow? Do you want to make progress? And do you want to be successful? You understand? Do you want to make impact? So you must want it before you achieve it. You understand? So we usually say that. So if you're interested, if you are intentional about your growth process, then we cannot talk about the persistence level, the hard work to be put in place. Then go for what you are comfortable at. What can you do? That's the question we bring to the table. What can you do? What can you offer us? You understand? Some persons are good in making food, then bring value from that area. Some of us are good in making hair, you are good in this, you are good in selling, you think you are vocal enough to sell, then come around and make wealth out of whatever thing you think you can do so well. You understand? Then seek mentorship. Very, very important. You can't do it on your own. Mentors have gone ahead of you. They've made the mistakes already. So you can't afford to make those mistakes again. So with a mentor by your side, you're going to shoot and you're going to skyrocket in your success level. You understand? Your speed is going to be maximum at maximum level, because your mentors have gone ahead of you and they are there to direct you. That's why we ask people, or we tell people to pay for mentorship, to seek mentorship from people that have gone ahead of them in that area of business or in a similar area of business. So I think those are just few ideas I could share.
So there was this question I wanted to ask, because it just came to my heart when you were answering this question, and that is, you mentioned whatever you are good at, one of the things you are good at, work towards that and all of that. We are in the era whereby social media is doing a lot of positive things, but at some point is doing some kind of negative things, because you see someone that is very good with this, let's say handling a mobile phone or something, then a friend will tell the person that it is in doing this one that I is money. Another person will tell the person, you don't know the one that is doing it now. So at the end of it, they have many voices in their head, but they don't even have time to pay attention to themselves, to actually listen to their inner self, to know. Because speaking with you, I realize that you've attained a very big level of self-awareness, because when you're saying some certain things you do, both for your NGO, your business and all of that, many young people can be, even every young person that will come and say, oh, I have passion to teach older people. It has to be some certain level of self-awareness, and say, okay, this is better. So how do you advise them to handle that? Because you have many voices in your head, you don't even know where to focus and all of that. How do you declutter all of those things?
Let me say this first sentence: start early. Starting early is very, very paramount. It's very, very quintessential towards your growth process. You want to be a millionaire, start thinking like a millionaire at an early stage. You understand? There is an early stage for you. There is a time where you are still at your juvenile stage. Start learning. on that stage. You can imagine a young man that started learning photography at the age of 15. You can never compare his level of experience to a young man that started learning at the age of 30. You understand? Someone that learns at the age of 15 is working with so much conviction. You understand? You can't swing him aside. You can't easily swing him aside because he has grown to love these things. He has grown to own it. Okay, so we are grooming them to become masterminds in that field. You understand? Yeah. Because they will show us a high level of expertise in, you understand, and proficiency in what they do. And that's what we are looking for. You understand? We don't want half-baked persons in that field. You understand? So
this is one of the things I love about the Western world. They start very early to do so many things. But this is actually to shade my people. But then we have to come to the point of learning how to pick up these things early enough. So like he said, there's someone have done something for, okay, like you said, this photographer guy, you used an example. Say that you're 15. I said I was trying to start at the age of 30. The guy practice for 15 years. There's a lot of experience the person has. Exactly. So you can actually close his eye and take you a shot and it will be clean.
True.
You understand? So it's a whole lot, and that it's important. And let's bring us to the next question. How are you able to handle leadership?
Okay. I handle leadership in a very simple way. Okay, you must remain who you are. You understand? I try to be who I am. I'm not like any other person. There are many coaches out there, there are many mentors, and I'm not saying I must be your mentor, and I'm not saying you must be my mentee. You understand? I'm very different from other persons. I am myself. You understand? I've attained what I call a level of humanistic education where I have a mind of my own. I don't just accept the norms. I don't just accept superstitious beliefs and go ahead with that. I am a leader. You understand? And I'm more into transformational growth than transactional growth. You understand? So I'm more into what can we make out of this young man? What can we make out of this young woman? And if you notice, most of the persons on my business platform, they are ladies. Because I've studied the society, I've realized that your gender, I'm sorry to say that, but it's quite unfortunate that your gender most often they're always at the other side of requesting for urgent 2K. So I'm like, if you can ask for urgent 2K, why don't you learn how to make the urgent 2K and make it urgent for yourself? You understand? So this is where you begin to train young girls, young boys in the business world. You understand? And as of today, one of my latest mentee, she is in SS2. My latest mentee is in SS2. Yes, she's in SS2, and we're going to be starting up the mentorship series later this week. And before you know it, in the next 1 year, it will entice you, it will amaze you what that girl will become. You understand? In the area of business. SS2, and she's already catching the fire for business. She's already having that zeal and enthusiasm to venture into something meaningful for herself. It could be something small, start from somewhere. You understand? A wise man, Theodore Roosevelt, said something. He said, do what you can with what you have right from where you are. You understand? So what can you do? What do you have? And where are you starting from? Are you starting from your class? Are you starting with your housemates? Are you starting from the village? Start from somewhere. You understand? If you can't conquer your immediate environment, how do you want to take over the world? How do you want to become a territorial commander or a global tycoon in business? You must start from somewhere. You must be a tycoon in your classroom. You understand? Before you
be a tycoon in your classroom. Alright, so Mr. OGB, like I always say, it looks like as if I am knowing him. Like one of the things I read about him, heard people say about him, it's so, my God, it's still vague to me. Variety, very intelligent, he has depth.
Thank you.
I mean, I don't know. He's like, I don't know. I'm sorry to say this, but you're actually like more you than I thought. More you than I like. The depth of your having this conversation, it's a role like me myself. I'm learning so much from me too. What are you learning? Alright, so being someone who is into business and have lots of brand and all of that. So let's say there are people that want to reach out to you to work with you, and maybe for you to be part of their business. Which segment can you come in at every point in time?
Okay. There are different facets. You understand? So just go for what you think you are good with. So when you bring it on board, we can criticize. We can run up constructive criticism around that field. You understand? So if you want to go into the fashion industry, do you have enough technical skill to make profit out of it? You understand? You are coming from the entertainment world, you want to start buying and selling. You understand? Do you have enough capital? But even if you don't have enough capital, we teach you how to sell, make profits, even without taking up those risks of engaging in so much capital, having 100,000 or million naira to venture into the business. I'm talking about young people here, even adults. There are a lot of adults. It might interest you to know that when I graduated from the university, some of my classmates started chatting with me, they don't have something they are doing. You understand? They can't boast of 2K in their bank account. They can't boast of 10K in their bank accounts. They don't have any major source of income. Why? They thought the educational system was just about the book. Now after the book, you will feed them, you eat. You have to eat. You know, one day you vomit, that you don't. You understand? So you must look for a major source of income. You must find something to sell. Thank God for social media. Thank God for WhatsApp, for Telegram, for Facebook. You understand? Get something you can sell. It could be a leverage, it could be blood dealing. You understand? There's a particular t-shirt you sell for 5K. I can add 200 naira and sell it for 5K. I'm making a gain of 200 naira.
You speak about someone can actually, serve as a middleman between getting products and giving a buyer. One time I spoke to somebody about that, and they said, this gets crazy. How on earth is someone going to own a business or run a business without having to put so much capital into it? So you mentioned this thing. Please let me validate that I'm not actually crazy, that I'm fine. So how does someone do that?
Okay, very simple. In basic economics, there's what we call factors of production. And so we talk about land, capital, we understand. And in all these things, there are risk levels. One would say entrepreneurs are risk takers. So you want to venture into business, you must be a risk taker. Because how do you explain paying over 10 million naira to buy other household items from China? And funny enough, you've never been to China. How do you explain selling 5 million naira for a container or for goods coming in from a particular country, maybe Turkey or Korea, into Nigeria? What if something happens to those goods? Now, it is on one side to take the risk, but you can still make money as a leverage seller or as a book dealer by leveraging on those getting these goods. They are called the suppliers in basic business. You understand? So, if a supplier is selling this perfume for 5,000 naira per pack, you understand? When you get those perfume, you can actually add a little amount of money to it. You can add 1,000 naira to it and sell it for 6K. When you sell it for 6,000 naira, you're already making 1,000 naira profit for yourself without going through that risk process or constrained due to time and distance. So what do? You charge people 6K, get the goods, then deliver it to the recipient or to the consumer or to the customer 6K. And you're already making money for yourself. You're not stressing yourself. So I can make money from a fashion designer. I have a fashion designer that makes signatures for 50,000 naira or 100,000 naira. I said, okay, my brother, let's negotiate. Can I be getting deals for you? And I will pay you 80,000 for it. You say, cool, fine. In a day in a week I could give you like 4 jobs. And 4 jobs, 80 times 4, you know how much it is. And I'm adding 20,000 naira on top. That 20K goes to me. 20 times 4, how much am I making for myself? 80K. I can make 80,000 naira comfortably in a week without making this dress. I don't know how to match the sewing machine. I don't know how to tailor clothes. I don't know how to cut these clothes. I just need to link the customer to the person making it. You understand? And I'll be the middleman. So when I get the deals, I deliver and I make sure the measurements are right and the clothes are being delivered. And I'm already making 20,000 times 4 from another person's business. 20,000 comfortably. You understand? And I could do these things with my phone. You understand? In 10 minutes of matter, pressing my phone and I'm already making this money by affiliating. This is what people call affiliating my internet. So yes, you can make money from little or nothing. You understand? When I started business, I started from little or nothing. Yes. Instead of doing so there was nothing like capital. Who would have given you the capital? Your parents are already paying your school fees. So sometimes it might, but if you have if you are coming from a very comfortable company, you have the support. I know your boy in the university of Benin. His forest classes are being sponsored by his father. So sometimes he lost sometime in the business, in the forest business, he lost about $100. Guess what? He told his father called him and said, don't worry, I'm sending $100 to you. Because that thing you did before I made a mistake, go and try it again. So today that boy is already a mastermind in forex trading and all that. Not because he has a family support, but some of us might not have that kind of support system. So what do? You relent, you know to start selling. Not think of an idea, you understand, you can sell. So then it was, I should give it, there are series of ideas I could share with you, you understand. Don't just share it, okay, for my audience.
Yeah.
So this is a giveaway for you. Now, most of us growing up as young children, we usually run errands for our parents, right? Run errands, and we do these errands for free. Your uncle will say, go and get this, go and get that. Do you know you can be a student in the Nigerian university and you are running errands and people are paying you for running errands? The time it will take me to get from here to a particular location might be an hour. And within that 1 hour, I might have been doing my business. Let's have a tailor. You understand? Maybe I must have made a trouser, a pair of trousers, a pair of pants already. But if I go for that business, I won't have time to focus on this and finish up my work. I can pay you to help me go get something from a particular pack, for a particular location, and I pay for it. You can run errands for people and get paid for it. The basic errand you can run in a day make a profit of 500 naira daily. In a day, you're able to do about 20 jobs. Okay, let's make it minimal. 10 jobs. 500 naira times 10 is about 5,000. Imagine making 5,000 naira every day, and you know you spend on yourself and you want to take care of yourself, you want to feed. Let's say you bring out about 3,000 to spend on yourself. You're having 2,000 naira gain every day. 2,000 times 20 days is about 60k for students. You understand? You're only making 60k for yourself just by running errands for people, basic errands. 60,000 naira. And there are some persons that are working in public places, they don't make up 60k every month.
I'm aware of that.
And go on and go on.
I'm aware of that. So I keep on saying second to last question, but this one is truly second to last question. What do you mean? This seems to be the most thriving online market where you have, because whenever I look at it, I see Juman, and Jumia, and Amazon, and when I even upscale.
Okay, we have plans to upscale anytime soon, but we want to make it easier for the community. You understand? We are just 3 years. We're just 3 years. Just 3 years. Yes, it's just. But
it's not just.
So 3 years in doing this business, we are not going to rush into the technical aspect of it because it has it requires a lot of funding. And I'm open to partnership. I'm open to sponsorship. And to make it very easy, we are going to use the WhatsApp community to build whatever bigger platform we want to build. And so we want to test run the insecurity, we want to test run the challenges on the WhatsApp platform first before we launch it into a bigger platform. So but the audience is going to grow our tomorrow's Conga and Jumia is what we are building now. So we are building mentees and we are in the process of training this people. To be in similar education, because we can't just jump into something we don't understand fully. We can't just jump into something where we don't have enough trainings to handle the next project. So we're in the process of training. God is training us and we're training more persons. So when we now get to that level, to be a smooth sailing for everybody. So I'm not going to take people there. I'm not going to launch you into our future Jumia and Konga and you're not ready for it. So we are getting our people trained, we are getting our people prepared for the future. And trust me, expect something big. Expect something big.
I have no doubts. I have no doubt for you. I have no doubts, right? Because I know you are going to do a mind-blowing thing. So, OGB, before I ask you to say a parting word to our audience, what has been the role of God when it comes to ideas for this? Because there are so many people say that it's a master class on its own. People are paying the amount of money to get this idea and all that, but you just teach that for free and all of that. How is that just about you or there's a supernatural? But I know there is.
So it's important to know that it's been God all the way. All the ideas are vetted via the inspiration, go to God. So God has been the source of the ideas and so God all the way. In fact, my middle name is GBC. That's the name of the main God is there. So I can't do without God. I can't do without God. So he has been my name and has always been my Father. As a matter of fact, I've switched prayer points. There are some kind of prayers I will never pray ever again in my life. I don't pray prayers of prosperity. I don't pray to God for money. But I pray to God for ideas. You understand? Because I believe that these ideas are what I need. They are prerequisites to changing my world. So these are the prayers I pray. You can pray. I'm not really from taking your normal prayers and all that, but I pray for ideas. When I want to ask God for something, I ask God for ideas. You understand? And every moment, whenever I get into solid time, I begin to get more ideas. I begin to demystify mysteries from business. And when I share these things, they are experiential knowledge. You understand? I don't share things that were just written in books. No, I read books. I get inspirations from books. But I'm not telling you something someone told me something. I'm telling you things that I've experienced. So I'm sharing experiential knowledge with you. And yes, it's an honor, it's a privilege to do so.
Wow, that is beautiful. So, OGB, what's your parting words to our audience?
My parting words are very simple. I'll be looking straight into your eyes and I'll say to you, do what you can with what you have right from where you are.
Also. So most of them might be looking at, I need a mentorship, I need to reach out to him, speak to him about this or that. How do they contact you?
Okay, send me a quick message to my email address, samuelogbonnaya9@gmail.com, and I will do well to reply you as soon as I can. Or you can send me a message via Facebook, Samuel Ogbonnaya. You see my picture, you see my details on my Facebook, and you will see my WhatsApp number on my Facebook profile too. And if you need my number will be on the screen for you. So yes, I am always available for you. Use me till I'm useless.
Oh my God, you're very funny. Alright guys, thank you so much for sticking with us to the end of this show, right? Like I said, I learned so much from OGB. Like I never knew he had this depth, this wisdom, and this level of knowledge. And I'm so happy to do this. And of course, I've learned so much. Alright guys, thank you so much for sticking to the end of this show. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to share. Do not forget to watch our videos and drop amazing comments there. We really appreciate that. Thank you so much. We see you in the next episode. Chinese Among God will remain your host. And I am Flores. I am your co-host. Enjoy it.